Hey everybody, I was just responding in the discussion area to a post made about regression, and it made me think about us. Maybe we need some practice with identifying the correlation coefficient, that's your R, by looking at the scatter plot. So some of you may be doing really well with that, but I thought in any case it'd be worth sharing working within StatCrunch because there's an applet that we can actually play around with to help us with that. So if you just go to applets and you go to regression and then regression by eye, and you can just hit compute here, it's going to give you a random scatter plot, and then you can just kind of look at it and guess what the correlation coefficient is, and it will be down here. And then if you want a new one, just hit simulate, and it will give you another scatter plot. Then you can again, kind of not look down here, kind of guess what the correlation coefficient is, and then you can just keep practicing different types. So you'll get a variety of different scatter plots. One of the other nice things that's here with the applet is you can actually take these points and move them. So right now, if I said, where could I move this point to where I would get a stronger correlation coefficient? So again, my correlation coefficient is here. And again, if you think about the trend that the dots are following, if I put that dot closer to that trend, you'll see the correlation coefficient gets stronger, which in this case means closer to 1. If I wanted to make it weaker, obviously I move that point further away from the trend. And again, you'll notice that as I move points away from that trend, the correlation coefficient starts going down. You can also think about the impact of having, say, 20 dots versus, say, 50. When you do that, right, moving one dot doesn't have as big of an impact, right? Notice it does make it go down, but it was moving drastically more when I only had 20. Again, that reinforces the idea that the correlation coefficient is a measure, is an average, and so maybe that will help with that. One of the other things you can do is start to guess on what guess what the regression equation would be. Right, you can actually move this line, and so the reason that the line is set at 0 is so you can have a comparison of what no correlation would look like. But if you want to play with this and go, okay, I think the regression equation would look something like this, right, somewhere in there maybe, you can do that. And then if you want to, you can actually hit analyze, and it will take the dots that are within your data set, and you see you have your values over here, and you can actually analyze that data and see how well you did. And again, obviously you should come up with the same correlation coefficient, but with the regression equation, right, your slope here and your y-intercept, maybe not get exactly the same, but hopefully kind of get it roughly close. Anyways, I was just thinking of this as I was replying in the discussion. I'll post this video and see what you think. Let me know if I can help in any way.